We're talking about positions, losing positions, winning positions, and I'm trading. I'm like, dude, I totally know how to suck as much out of a position as possible on the winning side. But on the losing side, I don't know how to handle losers. I know how to handle a winner. I'll add to it. I'll trail my stop and I'll let go and I'll let this thing flood. If it really wants to run, I'm going to secure as much as I possibly can. And I'm very attentive and as far as execution goes on that. And that's how to handle a winning position. But I just don't know how to handle a losing position. And I thought it was easy. I just have my stop loss and I let my stop loss get hit. And I do that. I let my stop loss get hit. But then I want to re-enter. Then I want to do something more, do something else right away afterwards. And I don't actually know how to handle a losing position because that losing position floods into the next decision. And therefore this losing decision is no longer one decision. This losing decision, or whatever, how to handle a loser, how to handle a losing position, that position's still running. You know what I'm saying? So my point is, if the market, let's say, goes up, you're like, oh, there's the retracement that I needed. There's the retracement that I needed. I'm gonna go with my stop loss here, my entry here, and we get that. We see a small bounce. Nope, not enough to trail stop, and then it breaks. We get stopped out. So boom, I'm out of my position. Yeah, Nathan.
My tire got alienated by a post.
Oh, it's okay. There's no problem with that.
So you chew it back on.
Yeah, I could probably glue it back on, but it doesn't matter. I don't need to glue it back on. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, you can just throw it there. That's fine. So I have no position now. I just have a dot there, like, oh, I went there, and now it's even a better price. Even if I buy now and it only gets to my entry price, let alone my target to this high, man, that's gonna be even more profit. This is bad mentality. All right, this is bad mentality. This is what my mentality is when I lose money. So I go long again. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna buy the bottom. And it might work. And you're like, wow, what a genius. But it might not. And this one loser, happens to turn into two losers. Okay, this is not my plan. I don't buy bottoms. I buy rally-based rallies. Or what my system says, this is an uptrend. I'm in there. It's no longer an uptrend all the way down here. This is a range, or maybe a downtrend because you count just this, whatever. All I know is it's not my trading plan anymore. It's not my plan. My plan was just to lose here. I thought I handled my losers well. I have my stop loss in place and I let it get hit. I don't move it. But you re-enter, dude. You're still not accepting that this trade didn't work. I'm still not accepting that trade did not work. And it's so much of an issue. It's so much of an issue, man. That's how you handle losers, by stopping out. And forgetting. Wow. I mean, I stop out. Check mark. That's what I do. Forgetting? Nope. Big red X there, or whatever X there. I don't forget. I still think it's there, and I still think it can be bought, and I just refuse to lose. Sometimes I can lose, all right? Sometimes. But the market can wear me down to where I'm just, gosh darn it, come on, I know it's going up. It's just, it's really an issue. It's really, really, really difficult to never, and always forget, even if you don't forget, even if you don't forget and you know it's going down, just because you have, this is a bad picture, but just because you have an idea, just because you have a belief that it still will go up, and a gut feeling that it still go up, and an inclination to go long again, and you know, and it's undervalued again, and just because you have all these thoughts doesn't mean you have to press by. And it doesn't make you a sinful man to have these thoughts. It makes you human. Okay? Makes you human. Just like if you're fasting, I know no one fasts anymore, and except for like the body, if they want to get ripped or something. If someone were to fast, whether it's for any reason, and they're hungry, and they think about food, and they think that, well, they could have some chia seeds with oatmeal, and that'll be healthy enough to maybe eat just a small amount. If I keep the calories under 100, I think I could do it. All these temptations start rolling in. All these things start twisting your plan apart. It starts twisting it up and like finagling away to break that damn rule. Your brain does that, and it's crazy, and it's so unfortunate, but that's the truth of it. And how we handle it, how do we handle that, is to say no. Is really to be a stickler, to be saying no, and to understand that you're not a wrong person for feeling these thoughts, for having this temptation. There's nothing wrong with having the temptation. It's what you do with that temptation. The thought of, if you're fasting, the thought of that chia seed oatmeal bowl that's super healthy, I should do that, right? No, I'm not going to do that. I committed to a 24-hour fast. I'm not going to do that. I'm sorry. No. And these temptations, just watch them come, bro. You know what's cool? Watch them come. I saw this. No, I know of. I saw a movie. I don't know if it was Game of Thrones. No. But there was like this someone getting tortured, right? And torture sucks, right? Torturing obviously sucks. It's the purpose is extreme pain and until someone caves in or whatever. And there's a certain point where someone might they lose fingers, they lose nails, they lose everything they're just becoming absolutely so broken that they become numb to any more pain, and it becomes funny. I've lost everything. Take my toes. And it becomes the torturer is now losing. The torturer just lost the game, bro. And I think that tipping point, that breakthrough for the prisoner to win, oh my goodness. And you win, why? How? By losing everything you got. You know, this is not like trading, but my point is, psychologically, we don't want to lose everything we got. I understand that. But psychologically, we need to be like, yo, unbroken, bro. You know, my spirit will always be here, and you can do whatever you want to me, basically. And that's that mindset that's how you win. I think that's truly how you win. That's how you get past everything. And basically, how to do that is you embrace the suck. That's a term in the Marines, is embrace the suck, and that's basically it. And you see that. I heard David Goggins in the audiobook or whatever. Excellent audiobook, by the way. David Goggins, Can't Hurt Me audiobook. The title's Can't Hurt Me. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what his motto is. It's like he's suffering. It's cold, and they're doing whatever boat carries on like almost near freezing weather on in their wet and cold equal horrible, and they have gotten like no hours of sleep, and most people don't understand this because I've never been like that in that bad of shape, you know what I'm saying? But it becomes so crazy that we're doing this crazy things. We're humans. I'm just here right now doing this, the craziest things. My feelings become numb. Just become numb. You can't hurt me anymore. And that is the overcoming spirit that we need. Okay? But man, we want to fight the losing position. We want to fight a loser. It goes against me, goes against me, goes against me. I get out, sure. I get out. I do my stop loss, and that's what I do. It sucks to lose. But then sometimes we just don't forget. We just don't forget about that. At least I don't. And I don't end up actually just getting stopped out, you know. This loser carries on to other decisions, other times where I give into temptation. I give into the next trade. I give into, well, maybe I could take this trade. I think that would be a good idea, right? I know it's not, but it's kind of next to my rules. It's kind of like you just become, just like I said in the diet, you just start becoming, you start bubbling up ideas of how you can break your rules, basically. And whether that's the devil, whether that's yourself, doesn't matter. Is that the point is we literally have to say no. We have to say no. If we don't say no, you're going to be taking the next trade and it's going to be a gray line. It might be in your trade plan, might not be okay, but most of the rules are good there, and I'm still applying daily loss limit. My position sizing's all right, but it's all right. It could. Let's just take it. I'm going to send it. All right, I'm going to send it. Just get off me. Conscience, get off me. Get away from me. Let me do me. Oh man, I've been there. The problem is that because your conscience is flaring up, it means that you're avoiding your rules. You're avoiding your plan. How about, okay, you write your plan so you can take this trade, rewrite it, and do it again. Guess what'll happen? The next trade will come up here, and you'll want to eventually your rules and your trade plan and your strategy is starting to get tweaked. It's starting to falter. It's starting to omit things, add things, compile things, and now it's not even a strategy anymore. It's just this fog of all these different things. And that's why we need to hone in, have a small, concise, specific trade plan that we can't argue with, especially in the heat of the moment. We cannot argue with. You cannot argue with it. And we have to be honest with ourselves at the end of the trading day. Did I break this rule or not? Did I do this or not? Did I follow my rules? Did I do all this? And the answer is likely no, because I can barely do it. And I have problems. I think I have, whatever. I think that I have an over trading problem by far, just like this is, where it goes up and it goes down and like I get stopped out, but I don't forget about that loss. I say, no, wait, it wasn't supposed to do that. And now it's going down 3 times as much. I'm going to buy here. I'm going to buy now. Why are you buying? Well, it's kind of a demand zone or whatever. It's kind of this and that, whatever. It's kind of in my plan. Well, my friend, if you have issues doing that, don't let you do that. Have a trade plan that mitigates you doing that. So therefore, only one long in this movement. Like that means like you'll have to wait until tomorrow or whenever this high breaks, then you can place another long. Like, or something written in the rules to mitigate that. How many times have you lost doing that? Too many. Go to a different symbol. Whatever. We need to figure something out. You can't do that. I can't do that again. Okay? Which is just continuing buying when it's going down. You can't be counter trend tilt. Stubborn counter trend tilt. You can't do that. You can't do that. That's not accepting a loss. In summary, that's all we had to say. But basically, winner, I know how to do this. Winner is something that I'm good at. How to handle a winner, I don't get out. I usually suck as much out of it as possible. I do get out at some point at a dream come true target. So basically I start, let's say it's right here. That's my zone. I'm in. My trail stop. My trail stops at pivot in the zone. By now, it's probably at the 2R now. My trail stops at proximal line. It's moving and grooving. Oh my goodness. We're looking at this high here. I think it can pop this high, and my target's probably beyond it. I'm probably placing my target up here past it. That's my dream come true target. All right. And whatever it happens to go. I'm now at this point, I'm trailing my stop to here. Whatever, you know, and I have a method of doing this. It goes 3R, I trail my stop to 1. It goes 4R, my trail stop's still at 1. It goes 5R, I'll trail it to 2. If it goes 6R, I'll trail it to 3, and I'll continue that 3R wrist box trail stop all the way up, until it hits target. And that's how you handle a winner. And I'm like, wow, I just sucked a huge amount out, and if it were to fall at any point in time here and get me out, this one almost got me out. If it would get me out, these little circles are my stops. That's my stop loss. And I just carry it upwards and as far up. And if it's right next to my target, I'll carry that guy really close to where, like, all right, well, I got a 33% chance of stopping out here, because if the market's right here and it only has to move 1 increment this way and 2 increments this way, that means there's a 33% chance of hitting stop loss and a 66% chance of hitting target. I'll take those bets any day, and then we'll get out right there. That's how you suck everything out of a winning position, and that's what I can do. And that's my offense. I have excellent offense in that regard. But my defense, man, defense wins ball games. Defense wins ball games. In trading, defense wins ball games. You cannot score. Let's think of a soccer. You cannot win. I don't care how good your offense is if you let in 5 goals a game. If you let in 5 goals a game, you cannot win, dude. Even though your offense is great, most games are like 2-1, 3-2, maybe 4-1. These are the games. That's soccer. It's not like big high scoring, you know. So if we let in 3 goals a game, dude, it's gonna be hard to win regardless of how good your offense is. What we need to do is focus on how to handle these losers. How to handle them, bro. You have your stop loss in place, but do you really? I let my stop get hit. I don't move it. But I might double a position, double up on the next trade. Escalating risk. That's a red hot indicator saying you did not handle your loss. You still didn't handle your loss. What's another red hot indicator? It's taking a trade right away. If the frequency of your trades is normal, whatever, repetitive, you lose and you need to take a position right away. That's another red hot indicator that you did not handle this loss yet. You still didn't handle this loss yet. Number 3 would be you're buying the same dip, bro. It's dipping. You get stopped out and you buy again. Regardless, it usually comes in with rule 2 where it's like it happens right away. But if you buy that same dip, it's gone down that far, and you're like, the big reason you're buying this is because it's so undervalued compared to where you bought last, and I got stopped out at a good price. Yeah, good, because it's way down there now. I'm gonna go long. That's the premise of your reason. That's likely not your trade plan, because you don't just buy straight up. I buy only when it's way, 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 way far. What do you mean, how far? Like, is your, whatever. You're going off your plan, and you're buying because it's, you're buying the same dip, essentially. Gosh. So those are how to handle, how you shouldn't handle a loser. How you should handle a loser is somehow forget. Or not forget and just, like I said, I like that, Nathan. So basically, in conclusion, what can we do? What can we get fed from this? My point in here is how to handle a loser is we don't have to forget, right? But we do have to forgive. Maybe. I think of it as if and I'm not good. I'm the biggest hypocrite here. Okay, I have not figured this out. I'm trying, bro. Trust me, I'm trying. I'm trying. But in conclusion, what can we get away from this is is if the loser happens, right? You have to say no to these temptations to draw you off your trade plan, to put you into a larger position side trade, to try to buy that same dip that you got stopped out on and it's now undervalued, to try say no to taking a trade right away after your loss, because you still could not handle this loss if you do any of these things. If you just follow your trade plan and it's regardless of it happens right away or waits 35 minutes or the next day to place the next trade, that's following your trade plan. That's executing. That's letting the loser happen. The loss is gone, man. You're not allowing that loss to infect your next trades. If you do any of those 4 things that I prior mentioned, you're likely letting this loss infect and seep into these next trades, and that's what we don't want. We have to say no. We have the power. No one's making us do anything wrong. We're doing something wrong. And then at the end of the day, the only thing we have is to blame ourselves. And that's what the devil wants. The devil wants you to abuse yourself, to get mad at yourself, to hate yourself. We have to say no. And that's how we win. All right, peace.
Not one of them involving you. Just watch my wildest dreams come true. Not one